Lawmakers have suggested that Cipollone is the missing link, as they've said, in their investigation. Former federal prosecutor and ABC News contributor Kan Nawaday joins me now to discuss the importance of this testimony. Kan, thanks for joining us in studio. This is a fascinating conversation because last week we were all talking about Cassidy Hutchinson, and a lot of lawmakers are saying this is it, this is the missing link. But this is White House counsel. This is the guy who Cassidy Hutchinson said, if we go up to don't let him go up there, because if he goes up there, we could be charged with all these crimes. Do you expect him to come in and corroborate or refute this stuff?
I think he's going to come in and testify. I don't think he's going to assert any privileges. And I think we'll see if he corroborates what Cassidy Hutchinson had said. He was involved in a lot of things that she spoke about, and it's going to be riveting. I think it's going to be potentially uber explosive again, right? Because right now we've had Cassidy Hutchinson, who said a lot of explosive things, and what Cipollone can potentially do is corroborate everything she said. And, you know, there's a saying as a prosecutor in prosecutor's offices that if you have one witness, well, that's a triable case. Maybe the defendant goes to trial, right? If you have two, maybe the defendant shouldn't go to trial. So I think it's going to be very interesting to see how much his testimony matches with Cassidy Hutchinson.
Well, it's all about cooperation, right? How important is it that the January 6th committee gets corroboration on what she said? Because we saw Cassidy Hutchinson talk about former president lunging toward the steering wheel. Much has been made of that, but that was a hearsay conversation. She even said that. Someone told me that. A lot of the explosive things that you're talking about have not been refuted by anybody, that he wanted to go up to the Capitol. And Pat Cipollone is going to have to come in there and talk about that. How important is it for the January 6th committee and then, say, the DOJ to get corroboration?
I think it's vitally important. That's what they're trying to do with each of these hearings, with each of these witnesses. They're trying to bolster each witness up by saying, hey, look, the meeting in the Oval Office with Jeffrey Clark, you've got Barr there, you've got Donahue there, and supposedly you had Cipollone there too. So Cipollone can say, potentially, hey, that's exactly what happened. I said that this whole thing with the Georgia legislature was a murder-suicide pact. I said that. And then how can you refute that?
Yeah, I mean, he's really in on everything here. When it comes to any president, White House counsel gets no closer to anything that someone is saying that president might have done wrong, right? Because everything is usually run by White House counsel. That's the way it works, right?
Exactly, and that's why he's important. I mean, Cassidy Hutchinson was important. We didn't even know who she was, really, a couple weeks ago. But then we realized, wait a second, this is a person in the room, close to the president, close to conversations about the president for all these events. And now you have Pat Cipollone, who, as you said, he's the White House counsel. I'd be interested in hearing about things we haven't heard about, key moments. Like we're all talking about.
Like what?
Who knows, right? We didn't know about a lot of these things
right.
a couple weeks ago that Cassidy Hutchinson brought to the table.
Right.
Potentially we have Pat Cipollone talk about new things.
And were you surprised, just quickly, were you surprised that they didn't have corroboration for much of what she said right there in that hearing?
I was, but then at the same time I wasn't. My view was they're rolling her out. She's the main witness. They're going to leave till other days to shore up and bring out other things. I think they're doing what they're doing very methodically, in a very strategic way. So I found it actually made sense that you didn't want to distract from her riveting, explosive testimony by having other testimony in there. All
right. Former federal prosecutor and ABC News contributor Kan Nawaday, thank you so much. Appreciate the expertise.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.